Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If Sagittarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Sagittarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. All right, Two of Wands. This is a card called Dominion. And this, I think, is the realization that in some aspects, you're in control of life, right? I think this is the confidence that you have right now, that your life is under your command, that there are aspects of this world that you have an influence in. Okay. Now, we don't have absolute control. We can't, we can't control what other people do. We can't really, most of the time, even control what we do. But I feel like right now you've got an awareness that you have to do your very best. This is sort of an impulse, right? This is a feeling of having to take charge, having to do something. Maybe you feel like there's really a change that you need to make in life, or the circumstances that you're in are not ideal. There's something in your life that you feel needs some talking to, that needs some kind of, needs something to come and sort of grab it and shake it and move it in the right direction. Yeah. So we could be talking career, we could be talking generally your life path or your creativity. I feel like this is that point in life where instead of sort of giving up, instead of sort of resigning ourselves to failure or to underachievement, I feel like this is you really getting kind of mad, and standing up and saying, oh, you know what, I'm frustrated, I'm not going to take it anymore. I feel like this is very good energy for you. Especially, with Sagittarius. But we have to be careful because this is a Mars in Aries energy. This can be a little bit brutal. This can be a little bit sort of out of control. So we need to put this into some context, okay, and see what really is going on in your life and where this energy is going to be most useful. Oh, we've got even more Aries energy. Look at that. We've got the Emperor. So this is about leadership, okay? This is about you taking control and grabbing your life by the reins, right? Whatever isn't working for you right now, this is where we're just going to take it and somehow we're going to make it work, right? You've got the universe underneath you. You got a Six of Swords, very good. Man, you've got a Prince of Pentacles, okay. We've got some really good, and you've got you've got the High Priestess. It feels like you have everything you need here in order to sort of keep a check on this fiery energy, okay? Because again, Mars and Aries, we don't want to let that energy sort of run rampant, right? It shouldn't become as brutal as it could be. So we have the Emperor there to sort of discipline and control that fiery energy. You've got the builder, you've got the intuition, you've got a good plan, and I think you have support, okay? And those are all very good things that say your ambition, right, which the Two of Wands really, I mean, that's what it is, that your ambition is very much supported and regulated and optimized here. And I think these are perfect cards, believe it or not. I really do. We've got, speaking of perfect cards, we have the Art or Temperance card, which is the card that rules the sign of Sagittarius. This is your superpower, okay? We have an Ace of Swords, an Empress energy, and, a beautiful, pleasurable, happy, tranquil Six of Cups to end it with. Really is the perfect cards here. and just the right amount of this fiery ambition right in the core, right? This fire is right in the center. So I feel that's your ambition, that's your motivation, that's you're just like pumping your fist. You're saying, I'm ready. You know, whatever life is going to throw at me, you're ready, you're prepared. You've got all the right things. Like I said, you have the perfect cards, the perfect energy here to support that moment where you get up and say, I'm going to do it, right? I mean, some of us do that, and it's just like the universe says, no, not today. You know, but the universe is saying, yes, you're doing it. You know, this is really, really good. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the Factor, Infinite, and Unknown. We'll set it down right here with Jimbo, the Lizard King, a.k.a. Mr. Lizard. And don't forget, Sagittarius, you are magic. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. If you have a prediction for that card, put it in the comments. Yeah, let's do it together. Let's exercise the intuition, which is exactly what you're being told to do right now. Okay? When we look at these cards, we can see the major arcana are plenty. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana. We've got fire, water, air, and earth. Everything's in balance. You've got the holy quaternity of major arcana. Actually, a quintilogy. I don't know what it's called when there's 5. You have the support of the major arcana. Very much so with 1, 2, 5. Make sure I counted that right. So half the reading is the major arcana, and I think this is really Spirit's way of saying that the universe is going to meet you halfway. You put in your highest effort. Now we've got, we've got the fire, the water, the air, and the earth, right? Which is that sort of the balanced, human being. Of course, with the Emperor energy right on top. So I feel like internally you're aligned in the perfect way. That you've got everything you need, all of your inner resources are there, are activated, are ready to go. Like I said, you have the plan, you've got your ambition, you've got this ability to do the physical work. You know how, you can't just have an idea. You can't just have the will to do something. We have to actually get down and dirty and get our hands in the mud and build the thing and do it, right? So you've got that, you've got the clarity, it's perfect, right? And Spirit, with all this major arcana, is saying, I'm going to meet you halfway. You put in your very best effort, Spirit will do the same. You're unstoppable right now. This is rare, too, that we get such a balanced reading, because, again, I want to emphasize, we've got 5 cards that represent you, and then let me just count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. I don't know why it looks like more than 5 to me. But we've got the other half of the spread is all that spiritual energy, right? So it's even, it's balanced, which is really where you shine the most when you have this balanced approach to things. Is when you're able to really optimize your energy, okay? So we've got this Emperor front and center. And this really, between these two cards, yeah, definitely. You've got this almost anger, almost this rage, almost we think of like, the Greek god, Ares, or the Roman Mars, just ready to do battle, just raging, just screaming, bellowing through the field, and just, has just on a rampage, right? But we've got the Emperor, which is that part of you that needs to discipline and control that emotional energy, okay? Even if you do feel mad, angry, we're not saying, no, I don't feel it, get away from me, No, we're saying, okay, I feel angry, I feel enraged. I'm going to use that to push myself harder, to push, faster, to do better, to grow, to learn, to, whatever, to get up and make a change, Between these two cards, I think there is some kind of a leadership role that you're taking. Now, I don't know if that is just kind of you personally in your own life saying, I'm the CEO of my own life. CEO, CFO, COO, all the O's and C's. Or if you're literally sort of standing up and trying to put yourself forward as a leader in a group of people. I don't know that there's really a group of people here. because we don't see a lot of court cards. But it still could be that, all right? It's just not about the group right now. You know, if you're part of a company, part of a group of friends or a family or whatever, it's not about them right now. It's about you. It's about how you're standing up. Excuse my voice today. I'm still getting over this cold. And of course, you know, I'm going to get another one soon eventually because we have a 4-year-old daughter who's in her 2nd year of preschool, you know. And so I feel like every week I'm kind of getting a new sniffle or a new chest thing or a new whatever it is. That's okay. Comes with the territory. I kind of like my voice this way. It's about you standing up and putting yourself forward as the leader, as the one that can do this. Okay? So now's really the time. Spirit's saying now's the time for you to speak up and say that you're the one that can do it, that you're going to take charge of this. You know, it's kind of like you're jumping up, raising your hand, saying, pick me, I can do it. Put me in, coach, you know. Because right now, that's the kind of energy that you have. And everything about you feels balanced. Everything from the universe, from spirit, is coming in and saying, you know, now, yes, this is the time. Okay. We do need the discipline. That Emperor energy here is saying that you have to be able to control this 2 of Wands and not just, you know, sort of rule by force. See, that's not what we're doing. Okay, you're ruling with confidence, maybe you're being very loud, you know, and being very strict. But you're just as strict with yourself as you are with your teammates. If it's a team situation, maybe you're in a sport. I don't know. Maybe this is some sort of a hobby or some sort of a other kind of physical activity. Maybe, right? Team sports or something. You're leading by example here, okay? And even if you're a team of 1, you know, you're sort of setting the example. You are becoming the very best version of yourself, the most sort of positive and creative and disciplined version of yourself, right? And I feel like you're taking. I don't want to say you're taking yourself seriously, but you're taking what you do very seriously. Okay. If there is maybe something that we need here, maybe it's a sense of humor, but maybe now's not the time for jokes, you know? Maybe now's the time really to stand up and say, for whatever reason, things need to happen, you know? And who better to make things happen than you, right? And I don't know what it was back in the day. There was a hip-hop album back in the day. And there are three types of people in the world, right? Though I can't remember how it goes either. Someone will remember the chronic and will be able to tell me. Those on the sidelines, maybe who are wondering what happened. Those who know what happened, and then there are people like you, Sagittarius, that make things happen. And this is that energy that makes things happen. Okay. Underneath the surface, of course, you've got the universe card, the world itself. And I think this is now, not only is this talking about you realizing your own potential, the universe card, right? It's an infinite expansion of yourself. Not only do you know like how grand life can be, and how much you can grow, and how there really is no limit to your potential, but you understand, you know, the more effort you put into it, the larger your life will get, and the larger your sort of field of experience will get, okay? So, in essence, the larger you become, yeah. Not only that, but I think you also realize that you are being supported by the universe. This is the universe card. It's underneath you. I feel like this is sort of supporting you. Even if this is not a team effort, I feel like there are a lot of people in your life that will support you. I even feel like Spirit's kind of saying that there will be the right people, places, and things on your path when you need them. That kind of support. That's kind of the alignment. That you're doing everything you possibly can, right? 1,000% effort and commitment. And all we need is a little bit of luck, you know. And that they say success is like, I don't know, they say it's like 99% effort and then 1% luck or something like that. People say all sorts of things, I don't know. But it sort of feels true, you know. It feels like you put in all the effort that you can, but you still need that break. You still need that alignment. You still need that little bit of luck or a little bit of blessing from the universe, you know. If you put in all of your effort, but then the universe still says no, then there's no connection. Things don't align, right? I think this underneath the surface is really Spirit's way of saying you're going to have everything that you need when you need it. You just have to sort of put forth all of your effort and almost with the certainty that it's already been accomplished, right? And that's what we see with the Ace of Swords in the environment. You're not going through this situation thinking, okay, I'm crossing my fingers. I hope it's going to work out. I hope it's going to be open when I get there, you know. The Ace of Swords is kind of that certainty that you're marching through this path, this life, this project, this situation with this kind of certainty that even though you don't know the answer, you don't have the direct empirical knowledge of it, you have a certainty that everything is going to work out exactly, that it's already been written in the stars before your birth, you know? It's that kind of certainty. And that to me is kind of a faith and a trust, but it goes beyond that because I don't need faith, I don't need trust because I know it. It's like you have seen it perhaps in a vision or something, you know. But it's that kind of certainty, you know. And I think that's sort of a good leader. It's almost a bit of, well, it's almost where we get a little bit of that humor energy, I think, in there. Because it's a leader who we're marching through the desert, you know, and the leader here, you're just sort of, you're projecting confidence. You're projecting certainty. You already know how it's going to go down, and so you're not worried about anything. You're not visibly showing any signs of worry or a lack of confidence or any kind of insecurity. There is clarity and certainty, and it's a calm certainty, right? I didn't want to go to this card yet, but I feel like that was a good time to talk about it. Back here, 6 of Wands. This is perfect. You know, sometimes we have a 5 of Swords or maybe even a 7. And there's something going on with the thoughts. There's something going on with the way we're expressing our thoughts and the communication between other people. No, this is perfect. This is delightful, right? I feel like you have a solid plan, right? You know what you need to do, and there's no doubt, there's no question. It's a 6 of Swords. It's balanced. It's harmonious. It's beautiful. It's enlightened. Right? This is a divine plan. It's a 6, and the number 6 always refers to the sun. Okay? And so I feel like you have already the knowledge of what to do, the steps to take for something. Okay? Whether this is a career thing, if this is just a general sort of life path. And this is a life reading. I don't do career readings. I don't do love readings. None of that nonsense. I do life readings. And guess what? Life is usually about relationships. It's usually about our plans. It's usually about our efforts. It's usually about our thoughts and feelings and our actions, you know. And sometimes those are playing out in what we do for money or what we do for fun or what we do with our friends and family, you know, or what our sense of purpose is, what we do out in the community, out in the world, right? I don't care how old you are. You could be a teenager. You could be 80, 90, 120 years old, right? The same thing applies either way. So I feel like whatever you're involved in now, wherever this is playing out for you, wherever all of this ambition is concentrated, you have a plan. And you have an ability to really communicate with people. And you have a way to build rapport with people. And you can tell people, look, we're going into a very dangerous situation. We're going up against the undefeated team, you know, as our opponent, but there's no need to worry, you know, and I don't know how you do that. You have this ability to put people at ease, you know. I think you're very good at talking to people. I don't know if you're like maybe you're a coach or a manager or something. Because I feel like people just, you're able to put people at ease with the way you communicate. And I feel like that's a very, very good skill You know, that right there, I think, is enough to take you quite far in life. It's just that ability to communicate. Up above everything, yes, indeed, we've got the Prince of Pentacles. This is the Builder card, right? This is a very strong Taurus energy. And the Builder is right at the top. You know that this is, and honestly, I want to point this out too. It's directly matched up with the Universe card. The effort you put in. If you get down and dirty, get your hands dirty, and you get in the mud and the trenches and you actually put in the work, you know, you're going to get the blisters on your hand too. So is Spirit. Okay, so I like that we have those cards in the position that they are because, again, this is the perfect spread for you. Perfect cards here, right? And it's rare, especially the alignment, not just the cards themselves, but how they are aligned. These two cards, you being the Builder, Spirit being the Builder, right? And then what we have horizontally, we've got the Six of Swords as your communication and your plan and your reasoning and your thoughts, you know, being organized. And then here we have the intuition. So it's sort of, you know, it's sort of a match. This is the rational, this is the irrational. This is you developing the very best plan and putting in all that sort of intellectual work. And then this is Spirit sort of matching you. And just as we had here, right? And even the alignment on the path of the serpent is absolutely perfect. Your general energy is your superpower. I mean, how perfect could that be, right? And then, of course, with the air card in the environment position or in terms of your relationships, this shows that you're able to accurately convey your message and your meaning to people. And of course, we've got the Empress, but the Empress is in the card that we don't want. Over here, we don't want the Empress. Right now, what we want is the Emperor, right? When we get over here on the path of the serpent, this is the card we need. And we need the joy, the abundance, the rewards, the pleasure, the love, the feeling of it, you know. I can almost feel it now, and it's just sort of that, almost a euphoria, you know. We don't want that over here, because this is where you got to have the alignment, and you got to have the work, and with the Builder, Prince of Pentacles, you got to get your hands dirty. Okay? It's not enough to have the ambition or the will or the discipline or the plans or the intuition or the support if you're not going to actually go out and pick things up and nail them together. If you're not going to be, you know, on the field running the bases or making the passes or tackling the other people or whatever it is. You're not just like an armchair quarterback. I think that's the phrase, right? You're getting in there and you're doing the work, okay? And that's essential. And this is at the top of the path of the dove. Again, emphasizing that this is the most important thing. You could be without a plan, without energy, without a discipline, without intuition, without support, without people or rapport, but you're still out there doing the work. You're 99% there with that, you know? And what else do they say? I guess success is like 99% hard work. 1% luck and skill and talent and everything else, but it's mostly just working hard. Even if you don't have a plan, even if you don't have the confidence or the intuition or the support, you're out there working it, you know. Absolutely perfect. Any way we look at this, it's the perfect cards for you, and it's amazing. The future is going to be very, very, very amazing for you. The intuition going forward, I think, is very important because you have to be receptive, because with all this other energy, there could be a tendency toward hubris. There could be a tendency toward, I know everything, I don't need any support. I don't need Spirit. I don't need to listen to the divine. I don't need anything at all from Spirit. I'm doing this. It's all me, ha ha ha. This is the card that sort of checks you on that and says you have to, all this, yes, and you are absolutely 1,000%, you are a superhero. You need Spirit as well. It's almost as if you have to realize that Spirit is the animating force to all of this. Spirit's the glue that holds all of this together. So this is the card of receptivity. Again, you're just saying, you know, I'm open to that divine energy, and I want to receive all of that, you know, all of that wisdom, all of that knowledge. Show me the signs, communicate with me, show me where to go, show me where I might be making a mistake. Because the energy over here, it doesn't really seem there is one. So we have to stay open and receptive to the spiritual light. Okay? Continue with your spiritual practices. Humble yourself before your self, capital S, true self, big self spirit, you know. And that, I think, is really the last little key of the alignment, that this energy here activates your true self, activates your best self here, the art or temperance card, your superpower. This is you. This is the details of the superhero, and this is the image of the superhero. Okay. Now, as we talk about the path of the serpent, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free, doesn't cost anything, helps the channel. It's win-win. We're all good, right? General energy, the art or temperance card, tempering ourselves, realizing that we have all of this amazing energy, but you're not letting it inflate your ego. You have a strong ego, though. Yes, you need one. And the stronger the ego, the more discipline it needs, right? The more control it needs. The more it's the more crucial it becomes that you let spirit come in and temper you. So we don't get too full of ourselves that we feel invincible, feel, I don't need a plan, I don't need to drink water, I don't need to take a break, I don't need to admit when I've hurt my ankle or something and have to sit down for a moment. We don't want to let the pride get in the way of things, which is a little bit of that shadow of the emperor coming out. So this is the card that can recognize that and keeps everything, yes, sort of in balance, you know. Absolutely perfect, general energy. I like the Ace of Swords in the position of the environment. Again, it shows that you're able to convey your thoughts in a very effective manner. Yeah, that you're able to motivate people, that you have a clarity about you. And one, it really shows that you're not projecting any kind of worry or any kind of stress. And sometimes, I guess, that might worry other people, you know? Because they either think, well, okay, they must just not be aware of what we're doing, or they really just have this calm energy about them. And so it kind of is, it can be worrisome to people. You know, you ever have you're on a sports team, or you're doing some like really important thing with a team, and there's a leader there that just seems kind of aloof. Just seems like they're just like staring at the birds and they're not really present. We've got to be careful of that, because there is an intensity that you need. There is an intensity that you have. And let's not mistake the Ace of Swords for like the fool energy, where it's just, I'm absent-minded, I'm just aloof, I'm just picking flowers on the football field, and I'm going to get tackled and I'm going to get knocked out, you know. So it's not a lack of awareness. It's a concentrated, focused awareness, but it's a calm, concise ability to communicate your energy to the other people around you. It's the way that you're sort of projecting this superhero energy, you know, the way you're projecting this confidence and this leadership. Very focused. You're very direct in your communication. And I think that this right now makes you a very, I was going to say popular person, but yeah, popular, yes, but a very effective leader. A very well-respected leader. Yeah. And I think this is really your time to shine. This feels amazing. And now, of course, we get the Empress card. We need that card now. Over here, we don't want the indulgence. We don't want the sensuality. When we're in our superhero energy, it's not time for you to reap the rewards, but that time is coming. Okay? And the Empress card now is the card that you need. You need, for one, you need to take care of yourself. This is sort of a card that is realizing that the Emperor there, all go, 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 without any stop is going to be too much, right? So we sort of have, again, we have the balance, right? What do we have with the Art or Temperance card? The balance between the Emperor and the Empress. So as much of this outward show of strength and this leadership you also have this this need to be nurturing and caring, not only toward other people, to show the flip side of the Emperor, right? You can't just be all like hardcore all the time. You've got to be soft and yielding and gentle, and you've got to receive, and you've got to be welcoming to other people, and you have to be compassionate. And it's kind of like when your team is just really worn out, it's like the emperor is saying, get up off the bench and go do another play. Whereas the empress would say, okay, we're going to call a timeout. Everybody's going to rest. We're going to take 5 and we're going to regroup. You're marching through the desert. The emperor says, we're not stopping ever. Right? I don't care how blistered your feet are. The empress says, let's camp here. Let's put our feet up. Let's get some coconut oil or whatever and heal our wounds. Right? So this is the need for the recognition that other people need that in your life, and you need that too. And this is a common theme for the Sagittarius readings because it's something that you typically, I think, avoid or neglect maybe about yourself. Right? So self-care, big time, care for other people, the flip side of the emperor. Okay? And really what this is all leading to is a 6 of Cups, a really, really fine outcome. It is all pleasure and bliss. It is the success. This is the pleasure after the pain, right? This is the tranquility after the crazy storm. This is the, it's almost like this is the after party, that big football game, American football or normal football, whatever you want to picture. This is after the big game, and maybe everybody else is partying and hollering and being loud and everything. And this is you kind of just sitting back in a quiet sort of state, almost a reflective, kind of state, and appreciating everything. And really like sort of feeling the accomplishment, feeling the deep sort of pleasure and euphoria of what you're accomplishing here. And maybe it's just one game in a whole season of games, right? And so this is that peak experience that we can recreate. Maybe this is just one game. You're going to have to go out and do it again in a week or a couple days. Maybe this is a performance. Maybe this is I don't know what it is. But this is that sort of satisfaction that we're looking for. It's satisfaction after the suffering. It is the pleasure after the pain. Okay? And to me, it feels like a calm and tranquil euphoria. That's just you recognizing that and appreciating that and giving thanks, And I feel like we're going to have a lot more days like this, right? This is that peak experience of accomplishment. And I don't know what you're doing. This could be work efforts. It could be literally a team thing, sports or something. Maybe this is just you, right? But this is really, at the end of the day, the job well done. You're not partying and celebrating. That time has passed. That maybe would be the 3 of Cups, And now we've got that. We've got the 6 of Cups, which is kind of it's the tranquility at the end of the night. And it's just like, I'm going to go to bed pretty soon, but I just wanted to bask in this for a few minutes. Yeah, it feels really, really good. Let's look at the mystery card. I almost forgot about the mystery card. What could there possibly be left to say? Keep in mind, this might be a challenge. Okay, I kind of feel this is going to be a 3, a 5, a 7. Maybe of Swords. We're gonna take a look. But if it's something challenging, don't worry about it. There needs to be some sort of challenge, right? Otherwise, I feel like things are too smooth, things are too easy, and we sort of get hypnotized by the flow of energy, and then we're not vigilant. This is a card that's going to say you got to stay frosty. You got to be ready for something. You got to be ready for an obstacle or some sort of hiccup. You got to be ready for something else to happen that's going to force you to adapt or change your plans right away. It's kind of, we got to be ready to call an audible. We're having this most crucial play of the game, and you've got this perfect plan, you've got everything, and you just maybe are feeling like nothing could go wrong. That's when something will go wrong. So let's see. A Queen of Wands. No, I don't think this is a problem at all. I feel like this is someone who is, well, I should point out before anything, this is another version of your power card. This is your superpower in action. If this is your superhero card, this is your superpower. Or maybe the opposite way, I don't know. This is your power card in action, right? This is a mutable fire energy, Queen of Wands. This is a representative of the Sagittarius energy in action. So definitely not a challenge. This is you embodying all of this. So to me, this is a confirmation that says all of these qualities that we're talking about are now consolidated in your soul, in your aura right now. So if I were you, I would pull out your own Queen of Wands from whatever tarot pack you have, or draw a picture of one, or pull it up on Google or something, and keep that with you for the next, the next week at least. Okay, because you are the embodiment of this energy, and this is this is unbelievable. I'm kind of a little bit flabbergasted by the reading today. It's amazing. I'm really happy with this. We're going to do an extended reading too, if you want to stick around for that, and I think you should. There's a link in the corner, or there's one down below. New readings for Sagittarius are Wednesdays and Sundays. Be sure to watch both readings, all right? If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It's totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we're all in this together.